Summer means so much to most people, and when one thinks of America's pastime, they always equate baseball as summer's game. The Midsummer Classic is when the best of the sport get together to become part of history. This year's game is being held at one of the most historic ballparks in the country, and the Baseballtown All-Star Classic is where the game's past and its future come together. History will be made on Service Electric 2 Sports next.
You're watching Service Electric 2 Sports, presented in high definition.
The Pagoda on Mount Penn, overlooking the city of Reading, Pennsylvania, which for the first time in 38 years will play host to the Eastern League All-Star Game. Fans have made their way to First Energy Stadium, one of the most visited ballparks in the entire country. A packed house expected tonight as better than 50 of the best players in this AA minor league get together for the Midsummer Classic here in Reading for the first time since 1974. All right, guys, thank you very much. We look forward to hearing from you throughout the broadcast. And, Ricky, the theme from both managers, having some fun out there. But there are a lot of scouts, and there's a chance for these guys to prove themselves.
Yeah, you know what? In minor leagues, you're not only playing for one team, you're playing for every other team at the big league level. Because, you know, anytime there's a trade or thoughts of trades, names go into a pool like you would not believe. So anything you could do to put your name out there gives you a better opportunity to get to the big leagues.
Another full house is expected here in Reading. Another fantastic atmosphere. We will come back with the starting lineups and the first pitch in the 2012 Baseballtown All-Star Classic from Reading, Pennsylvania, right after this.
The Reading Phillies and First Energy Stadium are proud to host the 2012 Baseballtown All-Star Classic. The All-Star Classic is brought to you by our presenting sponsors: All-Star Distributing, Service Electric, Penske, Susquehanna Bank, Betty's Salads, the Crown Plaza Reading, Reading Air, White Star Travel Center, 8:30 a.m. WEEU, Rock Hits Y102, 69 WFMZ TV, and the Reading Eagle.
The R. Phils present
Ask the Hot Dog Vendor.
Dear crazy hot dog vendor, do you ever eat the hot dogs?
I have to admit, I do get hungry from time to time, but don't worry. I only throw hot dogs I haven't eaten.
The Reading Phillies are home July 12th through the 15th. Sunday afternoon, the first 2,000 kids get a crazy hot dog vendor toothbrush holder. Kids Club members can hit a ball from home plate before the game. All fans can run the bases after the game. And like every Sunday, hot dogs are just $1.
Back at First Energy Stadium in Reading, the player introductions are wrapping up before the 2012 Baseballtown All-Star Classic. It'll be the Western Division All-Stars taking on the Eastern Division All-Stars. From the West, it's Akron, Harrisburg, Richmond, Altoona, Erie, and Bowie. And from the Eastern Division, Trenton, New Britain, Reading, Binghamton, New Hampshire, and Portland. Kinder and Eric Koala with the singing of our national anthem as both teams have been introduced here at First Energy Stadium for the 2012 Baseballtown All-Star Classic. It is time now to meet .330 down the lines, 370 to the power alleys, 400 to straightaway center, and we are underway with Harrisburg's Yuri Perez swinging and missing at a 91-mile-an-hour fastball.
Told you, he comes right at him with that sinker. He's looking to get the ground ball right away. And if this is any indication, people are going to be swinging the bats. I think after last night, we saw that a lot of these guys could put a charge into this baseball.
Perez, a speedster, in the leadoff role for the first time in his career. He is the number 22 prospect in the Washington Nationals organization. Hitting .294 for the Harrisburg Senators, and he'll bounce one towards Cesar Hernandez, and that is out number one here in the first inning.
That's a fourth, growing up fairly quickly. They got a lot of young bucks that are now in the big leagues, and these guys are here just to follow.
Coburnis will poke one into right field. He'll have the game's first hit, and with those 34 steals, he is a threat to run, a one-out base runner here in the first inning.
That was a pitch.
28% of base stealers. By Darren Ruff into right field for a hit, and Coburnis will easily go first to third as Romero uses the hole on the right side, and there will be runners were drafted. Romero running up the middle towards short, stepping on the bag for one is Goins on to first for a double play, and Marshall will escape on a good pickup by Ryan Goins of the New Hampshire Fisher Cats. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. After one, the West nothing. The Eastern Division All-Stars are coming up.
Yeah, he's been nothing but a spark plug for that offense since he's been up there. He's doing a great job, and yeah, that's one of the funny stats. Like people who made this have also made it to the big leagues pretty soon. So it's nice to know that, but we still got to take care of business.
Coming from the Carolina League last year, what have you found the biggest adjustment to be to AA?
For me, it's strike zone awareness and the ability of the pitchers, to use their off-speed more consistently, and pitch around situations and have the freedom to do more things. I mean, last year in the Carolina League, lower level ball, they had to throw more fastball oriented pitchers, and I was able to have good success with this. Starting off here, they threw a lot of off speed early, and I had to make an adjustment.
And Ryan Goins has certainly put his stamp early on this game with a double play in the top of the inning. He leads off the bottom of the first with a double. He has 20 in the regular season, so he's in scoring position for Reading's Cesar Hernandez, batting .309, tied for 9th in the league. He leads the league with 10 triples. Sliced down the left field side. Woodlansky into the bullpen, makes a great sliding catch in foul territory for out number one.
That's just a great play. I didn't think he was going to get to the ball to start with. Gets near that plate the whole time. Could be a little nerves.
McDade sharply fair into the right field corner. Goins will score. Ruff on his way to third. He will be held there. McDade at second with an RBI double.
Crowd's
gingerly.
not too happy, are they?
What do you like most about Baseballtown?
The old-time ballpark.
I like the fireworks because they light up in the sky.
The food.
Oh, it's perfect for the kids.
Getting autographs.
Having a catch on the field.
The little races they do with the vegetables.
I like the crazy hot dog vendor.
The future Phillies. Easy to bring all the grandkids.
I like watching the mascots.
Spending time with my friends and family.
Just about everything. There's so many internet.
The city of Reading, Pennsylvania was established in 1748 by Richard and Thomas Penn, sons of Pennsylvania founder William Penn. According to the 2010 U.S. Census, Reading's population is just over 88,000, making it the 5th largest city in Pennsylvania. Fans of the board game Monopoly are familiar with the Reading Railroad, which was part of the Philadelphia and Reading Railroad. Reading is also known as the Pretzel City, with Bachman, Unique, Fowler's, and Tom Sturgis bakeries calling the area home. And the key to the city of Reading features a pretzel. Back at First Energy Stadium in Reading for inning number 2 of the 2012 Baseballtown All-Star Classic. Steve Degler, Ricky Vitalico on the field.
The Texas Rangers right now. How's that?
Are you speculating? as Neal, off and running, will steal second base. And the tying run is in scoring position with nobody out here in the second inning.
I don't speculate. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. A lot of these guys could run. I mean, when you look up.
Chris Roll did. He totaled 340 points, and he's right back at it here down the left field line. Neal will score. An RBI single for Chris Roll, and it's a 1-1 game here in the second inning.
Well, somebody's feeling it. I mean, he comes off of last night, probably in a pretty good mood. He got to the park today, and what's he doing his first at-bat? Boom, RBI single right down the third baseline.
Built for $656,000, this ballpark is the oldest in the Eastern League. Named in honor of the servicemen and women who gave their lives for our country, Reading Municipal Memorial Stadium was dedicated July 15, 1951. The original seating bowl, dugouts, and exterior brick wall have all remained. In 1987, Craig Stein purchased the team and immediately began renovations. The wooden bench seating in the main grandstand was replaced by individual seats, and a roof was built to cover many of those seats. In 1990, the third base picnic area was opened, and after the 1992 season, the left field bleachers were raised and a new grandstand was erected. Stay with us throughout the night as we will bring you the history of this fantastic ballpark here in Reading, First Energy Stadium. It is the 2012 Baseballtown All-Star Classic. The East taking on the West, and the new pitcher for the East All-Stars for the New Hampshire Fisher Cats is lefty Aaron Loop, 24 years of age, out of New Orleans, leading the league in appearances with 37 on the year. He throws a fast 1,000 people for the hitting challenge.
You know, Steve, this place is, I mean, we'll talk about it next half.
Well, Goins will have another opportunity, and he gets Coburnus, and Aaron Loop comes out of the pen and throws a 1-2-3 inning with a strikeout and a couple of ground balls to short. No runs, hits Aaron.
Give him a break.
McDade back through the middle, and that'll get through for a base hit. Hernandez is in. Ruff will be held at third as Yuri Perez, who has 9 outfield assists, got to the ball quickly.
It's interesting.
Double play ball possibly at short. Romero for 1. The turn by Coburnus not in time. Ruff will score in the East now with a 3-1 lead as Sobolewski will get an RBI.
When I was in Reading in 1980, it was my third year in the minor leagues, and I just remember a tremendous fan following there, an old nostalgic ballpark. One of the highlights my year was when the Major League club came in there and played us in an exhibition game, and I batted second, played shortstop, but I was on the same field with the first time with major leaguers in my life, with the likes of Mike Schmidt and Pete Rose and Steve Carlton and Larry Boa. And I do remember sending over a baseball to their locker room to get some autographs, and I had a bat boy go over there and do that, and he came back with some autographs. I still have the ball. I also remember a chain link fence in left center field where I drove a lot of balls, rounded second base, and ended up on third base on a lot of those balls I hit out there, but I had to go back because the ball would go underneath the chain link fence, and they were ground rule doubles. So I was, that year I was robbed of some triples, but very successful and memorable year for me.
Baseball Hall of Famer Ryne Sandberg is number 26, retired here at First Energy Stadium. Now the manager of the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs. The 24 belonged to Mike Schmidt. We saw the number 9. That was Robin Roberts. And the 42, of course, worn by Jackie Robinson. Ryne Sandberg, the minor league manager of the year a season ago.
Johan Pino, the new pitcher. As I say his name, he gives up a knock.
Newman Romero is now 2 for 2 in the ball game as he starts the fourth with a base hit, takes a big turn, but will hang on at first.
Mid to upper 80s.
Jordan Lennerton grounded into an inning-ending double play in the first. Romero was on the move. This ball is on the move, deep to right center field, and it is gone. Tie ball game on a 2-run homer by Jordan Lennerton here in the top of the fourth inning.
Think he knew it when he hit it?
Well, he has 17 on the year, and that one left in a hurry.
He has the little Chase Utley thing going. He likes to tap his shoulder before he swings, a little timing mechanism. Well, he got that ball a little bit up in the zone, Drives it in over the right center field wall. Picks up 2 RBIs. Maybe taking balls, and you know, you got to adjust. You got to stay back. You got to hit that ball the other way. You know, in all the films you see of him, he does hit the ball the other way when he's going good.
Gets a fastball there, hits it the other way, deep to right. Chris Rawl is back and makes a fantastic leaping catch for out number 1.
That was half right. He's going good.
Gets a fastball there, hits it the other way, deep to right. Chris Rawl is back and makes a fantastic leaping catch for out number 1.
First Energy Stadium has been home to professional baseball since 1951 and the Reading Phillies since 1967. 3 generations of fans have seen future stars arise from within the ballpark's trademark brick walls. Legends of the game from Roger Maris and Mike Schmidt to Ryan Howard and Carlos Ruiz have made this stadium the centerpiece of Baseballtown. We thank First Energy for partnering with the Reading Phillies to make America's classic ballpark one of the crown jewels of minor league baseball.